Okay, so we're going to start the standing series now. These are a couple exercises that I personally do every week, and I have a lot of my patients do them because I think that they're really just basic strengthening exercises that enable us to do all the things that we love to do. So it's a little bit cold in here today because we're not seeing people, so we have the heat turned down. So I'm kind of bundled up, and it feels like winter time again with the snow that's coming down. Okay, so the first exercise is, I'm going to do is a double leg squat. And this is to progress into something that I think is even more important, which is being able to do a single leg squat. But the double leg squat is important because you have to have the basic form. If you can't do a double leg squat, then it's really hard to do a single leg squat properly. So I'm going to start facing forward. So with the double leg squat, you want your feet about hip width distance, which is usually not quite as wide as people think it is. You don't need a big wide stance like that. Just right here, just right under your hips is good. Okay. You can start with your hands wherever. Some people like to put them out in front. If you do them overhead, that's more like a chair pose for yoga. I'm just going to have them at my side so you can see what my legs are doing. So first from the front, you want to be able to keep equal weight on both legs. So it's helpful to use a mirror here. And then as you squat down, you want to keep your knees back behind your toes. So if I look down here, I should still be able to see my toes. Okay? So go down up until you can't really keep your torso up and you don't feel strain in your back. That should be about, maybe just above 90 degrees, somewhere between 45 and 90, I think is a pretty healthy and functional level. Okay, and so I'm going to show you that same thing from the side. So, and my squat can use a little bit of work as well. Move up so you can see me there. Okay, so same thing, just doing this from the side. So I'm going to squat down. My hips shift backwards, which is something a lot of people don't do. A lot of people try to go really far forwards when they squat, but you do need to shift the hips backwards to optimally use the glutes and the core. So you're going to hinge down, and right about there is where I start to pitch my trunk forwards. So that's probably the best functional squat for me. So see how my torso is parallel with my shins? When I come down further, I start to break that parallel. So that's that good position here. And then here I'll engage my core and come back up. So if I was using a squat rack, that would be the form that I would want. Okay? You can put a little bit of weight here if this feels pretty comfortable and you're able to do about somewhere between 12 and 15 is a good number for most exercises as a repetition count. Okay? If you're unable to keep your torso from pitching really far forwards, you can put something underneath your heels. Okay? So like a 2x4 plank is good. You can roll up a towel, and then that shifts your weight forward a little bit, and it's a lot easier to keep that position. It's kind of hard when you're pretending like something's under your feet, but you just put something right underneath your heels here to assist with that squat. Okay?